Have you ever walked into a space and felt the air shift? Watched people squirm without you saying a word? It's not your size, your volume, or your glare. It's the quiet storm of your presence, an unshakable force they can't decode. Evil senses this and it trembles. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, the hub for men who live by their own code, independent, relentless, and unbreakable. Today we're ripping the mask off why evil people, manipulators, liars, and predators fear Sigma males to their core. Stick around because by the end you'll see why your very existence is their worst nightmare. 1. The Unreadable Energy. Evil people are like vultures circling for weakness. They spot it in a heartbeat. A shaky voice, a clenched fist, a flicker of doubt. It's their roadmap to control. But the Sigma male? He's a blank slate, a fortress of silence that gives nothing away. His energy doesn't waver, doesn't bend, doesn't leak fear. Manipulators throw their best shots. Crocodile tears, subtle jabs, fake urgency, and it's like tossing pebbles into a black hole. They can't read him, can't find a crack to exploit. That void isn't just protection. It's a power move that screams, "You don't exist on my radar." To evil, that's pure terror, a prey they can't sink their claws into. Picture a slick salesman leaning in, spinning a web of half-truths to hook you. Most people fidget, nod too fast, or hesitate, feeding him the signals he craves. The Sigma male just stares back, eyes steady, face a mask. No nod, no twitch, no hint of emotion. The salesman falters, his script crumbling as he realizes he's lost the thread. That unreadable energy doesn't just deflect, it dismantles. It's a quiet rebellion against their game, leaving them grasping at air. Evil thrives on reaction, and when it gets none, it starves, exposed and powerless. This isn't random, it's a cultivated strength rooted in self-mastery. The Sigma male has trained himself to strip away the noise, to stand firm in his own truth. He's not hiding emotions, he's transcended the need to broadcast them. Stoic wisdom flows through this. Why give your inner world to those who'd weaponize it? By staying unreadable, he keeps his power intact, letting manipulators exhaust themselves against a wall they can't climb. It's not about being cold, it's about being untouchable, a living paradox that evil can't solve. And that's the kicker. Unreadable energy isn't just a shield, it's a mirror. Evil sees itself reflected back, stripped of its tricks, and it hates what it finds. The Sigma male's silence says, "I see you but you don't move me." That's not just defense, it's dominance without a word. Manipulators who rely on fear or flattery find their arsenal useless, their confidence shaken. They fear him because he's a void they can't fill, a man who's already won by refusing to play. 2. Stillness as armor. When the world ignites, arguments flare, chaos swirls, the Sigma male stands like a rock in a raging river. He doesn't dodge or dive in, he just is. This stillness isn't weakness or retreat. It's a deliberate, ironclad choice to hold ground while others lose theirs. Evil loves a storm, it feeds on the panic, the shouting, the cracks that open under pressure. But the Sigma's calm is a wall of steel, radiating a quiet strength that makes their frenzy look small. They poke, they prod, they escalate, and he doesn't budge. That unshakable presence unnerves them to their bones. Think of a bully barking insults, expecting you to snap or slink away. Most people give him what he wants. A flinch, a comeback, a sign he's gotten under their skin. The Sigma male? He locks eyes, breathes slow, maybe lets a faint smirk slip, pity not anger. The bully's words bounce off, his volume rising as he senses he's losing grip. That stillness isn't just armor, it's a spotlight on their desperation. Evil wants a reaction to twist, but the Sigma's composure turns their attack into a tantrum, pathetic and weak against his quiet might. Stoicism runs deep here. Real power isn't in the noise you make but the peace you keep. The Sigma male knows chaos is the manipulator's playground. Why step into it? By staying still, he's not just surviving, he's commanding the moment. He's not numb, he's chosen not to fuel their fire. That choice strips evil of its momentum, forcing it to burn itself out. It's a strength that doesn't need to prove itself, and that's what makes it lethal to those who thrive on drama. This armor protects him by turning their weapons into dust. Evil people need you to move, to crack, to give them an angle, they're lost without it. The Sigma stillness says, "Your chaos doesn't touch me," and that's a death blow to their control. They fear him because he's a mountain they can't shake, a force that doesn't bend to their wind. In his calm they see their own fragility, and it terrifies them. 3. The Rulebook Incinerator. Manipulators are architects of control, building traps from society's blueprints: status, guilt, shame, hierarchy. They know how to pull levers. You owe me. What will people think? The Sigma male doesn't just ignore their game. He torches the whole damn rulebook. He lives by a code forged in his own fire, invisible and unbreakable, not some script handed down by the crowd. When they try to box him in with their rules, he steps right through the walls like there's smoke. That freedom, total, unapologetic, leaves them scrambling, their playbook in ashes. Imagine a boss flexing rank, demanding blind loyalty with a smug. That's how it works here. Most buckle or rebel, either way they're caught in the trap. The Sigma male nods politely, then keeps doing what's right by his own measure. No groveling, no defiance, just a calm sidestep that says, your game's irrelevant. The boss fumes, authority unraveling, because the Sigma's not playing employee, pawn, or rival. Evil can't chain what won't wear their shackles, and that defiance by existence drives them mad. This is stoic to the core. Live by reason, not the whims of the herd. The Sigma male doesn't need their approval or their pecking order. His compass is internal, guided by what holds true, not what's expected. He's not reckless. He's deliberate, choosing battles by his terms, not theirs. That clarity cuts through their fog of control, leaving them exposed as petty tyrants clinging to a system he's already outgrown. It's freedom they can't touch, and it haunts them. By burning their rules, he shields himself from their traps. Evil needs you to buy into their framework to manipulate you. Without it, they're powerless. The Sigma's independence isn't loud, it's absolute. They fear him because he's a man who doesn't need their world, a king without a crown they can't topple. 4. X-ray vision for deceit. The Sigma male sees what others miss, not because he's loud about it, but because he's paid attention. Years of watching, listening, and cutting through the noise have sharpened his gaze to a blade. He catches the twitch in a liar's smile, the strain in a too smooth voice, the gaps in a polished story. Evil depends on masks, flattery, sob stories, veiled threats, but to him they're transparent. He doesn't shout it, he just knows. That silent piercing of their facade is a gut punch to manipulators. They feel stripped, seen, and they can't stand it. Take a grifter pitching a once-in-a-lifetime deal, all charm and urgency. Most get swept up or second-guess themselves into a corner. The Sigma male tilts his head, asks a quiet question, how's that add up? And watches the cracks form. The grifter stumbles, sweat beading, because the Sigma's already seen the lie before it's fully spoken. It's not confrontation, it's dissection. Evil can't hide from a man who reads the truth in their shadows, and that exposure is their kryptonite. Stoic wisdom fuels this. See things as they are, not as they're dressed up to be. The Sigma male doesn't buy the surface. He digs for the root, guided by reason over emotion. He's not paranoid. He's awake, sifting through human nature with a clear eye. That perception isn't just a skill, it's a weapon turning their deceit back on them. They can't outrun a mind that's already mapped their moves. This vision guards him like a sentinel. Evil thrives in the dark, spinning webs of illusion, but the Sigma's clarity lights it up. They fear him because he's a truth they can't bury, a judge they can't bribe. His sight doesn't just protect him, it dismantles their whole operation, leaving them naked and running. 5. The Emotional Firewall. Manipulators are emotional arsonists, lighting fires with guilt, greed, or pity to make you jump. They need your heart to race before your head catches up. The Sigma male's got a firewall that stops them cold. Sob stories get a raised brow, not a tear. Big promises hit skepticism, not hype. Insults roll off like water. It's not that he's heartless, he's just not their puppet. That filter kills their spark before it ignites, leaving them pounding on a door that won't open. Evil hates a man they can't set ablaze. Say a friend tries the guilt card, you'd help if you cared. Most cave or argue, either way they're hooked. The Sigma male pauses, weighs it, is this real or a play? Then answers flat, I'll pass. No drama, no heat, just a brick wall of calm. The friend's leverage evaporates, their tactic choking on his refusal to feel what they demand. It's not rejection, it's control, and it leaves them empty-handed, fuming at a target they can't move. Stoicism's hand is all over this. Rule your emotions, don't let them rule you. The Sigma male doesn't block feelings, He channels them through reason, not reflex. He's not swayed by the moment's pull because he's anchored in his own judgment. That discipline turns their emotional bait into dead weight, useless against a man who won't bite. It's strength disguised as detachment, and it's impenetrable. This firewall is his castle. Evil needs you to feel their script. Without that, they've got nothing. The Sigma's steady pulse says, your game ends here, and they can't crack it. They fear him because he's a firebreak in their wildfire, a man who won't burn for anyone's agenda. Here's the heart of it, brothers. Whether you're a Sigma forged in fire or a man carving that path with Sigma male community. You felt it, that instant a snake recoils, their plan in tatters, their grip slipping. It's not fists or fury, it's the raw, quiet force of your inner steel. Build this. Guard this. It's the shield they can't dent, and the power they'll never take. 6. Silence, the strategic abyss. Most people babble under pressure. Excuses, pleas, noise, handing evil a playbook to twist. The Sigma male flips it, he goes silent. Not a weak quiet, but a deep, loaded void that sucks the air out of their game. He watches, ears open, catching every slip, every overreach as they fill the space he's left. Manipulators need your words to spin, they choke without them. His silence isn't retreat, it's a trap, pulling them in while he stays a shadow. That shift in power drives them nuts, they're drowning in their own echo. Picture a pushy negotiator, all bluster and bait. Most counter or cave, giving him fuel. The Sigma male says nothing, just leans back, letting the guy ramble. The more he talks, the more he trips. Contradictions spill, motives peek out. The Sigma's quiet isn't passive, it's a net, snaring their intent while he holds all the cards. Evil can't fight what won't speak, and that abyss of silence turns their attack into a confession. Stoic roots run through this. Speak only when it matters, not to fill the air. The Sigma male knows words are currency. Why spend them on trash? His silence is control, a choice to starve their chaos while he gathers strength. It's not about mystery, it's about owning the moment. They can't read a man who won't reveal, and that makes him a ghost they can't pin down. This abyss shields him by flipping the script. Evil needs noise to thrive, silence is their poison. The Sigma's quiet says, you'll show yourself before I do, and they do every time. They fear him because he's a void they can't fill, a strategist who wins without a sound. 7. The leverage void. Evil hunts for hooks, secrets, debts, soft spots, to reel you in. They dig for dirt, hoard favors, track weaknesses. The Sigma male leaves them starving. He's a locked vault. No late-night rants, no oversharing, no trails of regret. He gives only what he wants when he wants, and it's never enough to grab. Manipulators claw at this emptiness, desperate for a thread to pull. Without leverage, they're swinging at air, a shadow they can't hold, a wall they can't breach. Think of a blackmailer smirking, I've got something on you. Most panic or plead game over. The Sigma male shrugs, go for it. There's nothing to drop because he's kept his cards close. His life's a fortress, not a diary for scavengers. The blackmailer's bluff collapses, their power a mirage against a man who's left no crumbs. Evil can't chain what's not there, and that blank slate is their nightmare. Stoicism shapes this, need nothing from others and they own nothing of you. The Sigma male's privacy isn't paranoia, it's sovereignty, a refusal to trade his peace for their approval. He's not hiding, he's curating, sharing only what serves him. That self-reliance cuts their strings before they're tied. It's a strength that doesn't beg or bend, and it's untouchable. This void is his moat. Evil needs your baggage to weaponize, without it they're lost. The Sigma's restraint says, you've got no hold on me, and they feel it, deep. They fear him because he's a man without handles, a free soul they can't drag down. 8. The Ghost Protocol. When the Sigma male walks away, it's surgical. No fireworks, no farewell speech, just gone. He doesn't slam doors or explain. He evaporates from their reach. Evil loves a messy exit, something to spin, to cling to claw back. His clean break starves them of that. No fuel for their drama, no chance to twist his words. That sudden absence hits like a slap. You're not worth my time. They're left swinging at nothing, their venom sinking into the void he's left behind. Imagine a toxic leech begging for one last fight, one last guilt trip. Most linger, argue, get sucked back in. The Sigma male? He's already out the door, phone off, ties cut, no trace. The leech rages, but there's no target, no closure, just a hole where he used to be. That's not flight, it's annihilation by absence. Evil can't manipulate what's not there, and that silent exit burns them alive. Stoic clarity drives this. Let go of what poisons you, no fuss, no fanfare. The Sigma male doesn't owe them his energy. Why waste breath on the unworthy? His departure is a choice, not a reaction, preserving his peace over their chaos. It's not avoidance, it's mastery, a cut so clean they can't stitch it back. That detachment is his edge, and it's devastating. This protocol is his shield. Evil thrives on entanglement. Cut the cord and they wither. The Sigma's ghosting says, I'm done and you're nothing, and they feel that erasure in their gut. They fear him because he's a man who can vanish, and take their power with him. 9. Calculated indifference. Evil wants a stage, your anger, your hurt, your attention. They poke, they taunt, they beg for a crack. The Sigma male gives them a brick wall of meh. Not a glare, not a jab, just a cool, blank stare that says, you don't rate. It's not about faking it, he genuinely doesn't care. That indifference is a gut punch to their ego. They need to matter, to sting, to steer. Being ignored by a man they've targeted? It's a wound they can't heal, a fire they can't light. Say some loudmouth throws shade, fishing for a rise. Most bite, defend, snap, play their game. The Sigma male glances over, maybe shrugs, then keeps walking. The loudmouth doubles down, voice cracking, but it's too late, he's already irrelevant. That dismissal isn't petty, it's a sledgehammer. Evil can't stand a man who won't dance to their tune, and the Sigma's apathy leaves them screaming into the wind. Stoicism's in the DNA here. Why waste energy on what you can't control, or what's beneath you? The Sigma male doesn't ignore out of spite, he's too grounded to care. His focus is his own path, not their noise. That rational choice, letting them flail while he stays steady, cuts deeper than any comeback. It's strength and stillness, and it's a blade they can't dodge. This indifference guards him like a moat. Evil needs your reaction to feed, starve it, and it dies. The Sigma's I don't care says, you're not my problem, and they crumble under that weight. They fear him because he's a mirror to their nothingness, a man who won't give them life. 10. The unpredictable current. Evil maps you out, greed here, fear there, pride over there. They've got a playbook for the predictable. The Sigma male? He's a wild card flowing by a logic they can't crack. One day he's calm, the next he's gone, then he's laughing where they expect rage. It's not chaos, it's his own rhythm untied to their scripts. Manipulators need a pattern to strike, he gives them quicksand. That fluidity leaves them lost, their plans sinking in waters they can't chart. Picture a schemer setting a trap, baiting you to lash out. Most follow the script, fight or flee. The Sigma male might nod, say something offbeat, or just leave, no playbook move. The schemer blinks, thrown off, their trap useless. His unpredictability isn't random, it's tied to his own North Star, not their game. Evil can't hit a target that won't stand still, and that elusiveness is their dread. Stoic flexibility runs through this. Adapt, don't react, let reason steer. The Sigma male doesn't bow to habit or expectation. His moves match the moment, not the mold. He's not erratic, he's free, unshackled from their puppet strings. That independence makes him a ghost in their machine, a force they can't pin or predict. It's power in motion and it's untouchable. This current shields him by keeping them guessing. Evil needs a fixed mark, shift the ground and they fall. The Sigma's you'll never know says, I'm not yours to control, and they feel that chaos in their bones. They fear him because he's a tide they can't turn, a man who owns the flow. 11. The self-contained sovereignty. Here's the root of it all. The Sigma male stands alone, whole, needing no one's nod or cheer. He's not chasing claps, dreading exile, or craving a seat at their table. His worth? Forged inside, solid as stone. Evil preys on need, your hunger for approval, your fear of the cold. The Sigma's an island, gates shut, thriving without their scraps. They can't bribe him with belonging or scare him with banishment. That self-rule is a fortress they can't storm, a king they can't dethrone. Imagine a clique flexing, join us or you're out. Most bend or beg, connection's a drug. The Sigma male smiles, walks off, fine in his own skin. He doesn't need their circle, he's his own center. That's not arrogance, it's truth. Evil can't sway a man who's got no strings to pull, no voids to fill. They see a system they can't hack, and that sovereignty, quiet, absolute, makes them feel small. Stoic gold shines here. Your happiness is yours, not theirs to give or take. The Sigma male lives that, building a life that doesn't lean on their approval. He's not cut off, he's complete, engaging when it suits, not when it's demanded. That inner strength is his bedrock, a power they can't shake. It's not just freedom, it's a throne no one else can claim. This sovereignty is his ultimate armor. Evil needs your dependence to strike, cut that and they're toothless. The Sigma's I am enough says, you've got no power here, and they feel that weight. They fear him because he's a man they can't own, a soul they can't break. This is your edge, brothers. Not fists or noise, but a core so solid evil can't scratch it. Unreadable, still, free, sharp, guarded, silent, private, untethered, indifferent, fluid, sovereign. That's the Sigma male, a force that sends manipulators running. This isn't just survival, it's a life carved on your terms, a legacy of strength. Sigma male community is your forge, where we sharpen that edge, fuel that fire, and build men who don't just stand but tower. Love this? Smash that like, drop a comment. Tell us how you've seen evil flinch. Share this with a brother who needs it, and if you're in, hit subscribe, tap that bell. Don't miss a single drop of this wisdom. You're not just watching, you're rising. Stay unbreakable, stay Sigma male community.